And I came across a passage in Scripture that just tore me apart when I saw it. And it was when when Jesus came to Thomas with the nail prints in his hand, right? And something that I never thought of just jumped out at me. I thought, Jesus has now resurrected. He's in resurrected body. He could overcome the grave, and why did he choose to keep a couple scars on his body? Why were there holes in his hands? And why was there still, from where the sword was in his side, those were still there because it says Thomas put his finger in them. Why would Jesus in resurrected body choose to carry scars? And I don't know exactly, I can't tell you, but in my heart, I feel like maybe he knew that somebody like Thomas would need to touch those scars to believe. And maybe, just maybe, he knew that somebody like me would need to look to Jesus and say, you mean I can have scars? I can have scars in my life and still move on and still have an impact, and I can carry those with me? If Jesus did, I can. And I came across that. I didn't even know what to do myself because it felt so specific. Like, for a moment, I felt like he did that for me. Like, he kept those scars so that I would know. And I wrote this piece was for a very young audience. Not that you're not young, but if the first couple lines throw you off, I'm sorry, forgive me. I do urban ministry, so. All he wants is a dime. You guys know what a dime is, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. All he wants is a dime. All she wants is a dollar. All he wants is a dime. All she wants is a dollar. So sad story is, first one to hit is first one to holler. They're street scholars. He meets she and the heat follows. Now, follow me. Tell me, what girl in her right mind would let being so fine define her? And what girl in her right mind would let that diamond shine blind her? It's just a race against time, about to find if her beauty outlasts that fast dough. She don't even know her beauty surpasses that cash flow. So now she's stooped so low, she's got to get high to get up. I said she stooped so low, she's got to get high to get up, 'cause this morning's sun's become frightening, how enlightening this light seems, so she's hiding. See, he is long gone, but this habit is binding. And now time seems to move so slow, so much reason to hold on, but so much easier to let go. And I know what it's like to lose hope, I hope you hear me. But you better see more in you than what that mirror sees, because clearly you, like me, just want to be loved, and someone somewhere along the way didn't tell you enough that you are. So I came to tell you that your scars mark your glory. Beautifully broken, your scars are a part of your story, and the page before you begs to be turned. So my concern is that you know being burned, though it hurts, can turn clay into a work of art. And in the master's hands, the ashes of your past could be a masterpiece. And I know this personally because he fashioned me ever so passionately when disaster seemed to be after me like prey.
Talk about it, Oraia.
So for every silent, cynical, skeptical prayer you've prayed, just know that you've been heard. And for every time you've hurt, cried, or been scarred in the past, you'll find marks on his back which speak to the fact that sometimes hurt births healing.
Oh my God.
I said for every time you've hurt, cried, or been scarred in the past, you will find marks on his back which speak to the fact that sometimes hurt births healing. So I dare you right now, close your eyes, visualize, let your mind go to the land where you kneel gripping the cross and that blood drops off onto your hand, and tell me he don't understand what you're feeling. Watch that sword go through his side. Tell me the scars of your life are just too deep to find healing. The cross, the whip, the pain, the crown, the spit, the shame, his blood poured from both pores and veins. He was covered in blood. This liquid love to see you covered. He suffered and became like you. See, like you, his scars mark his glory. Beautifully broken, his scars are a part of his story, both beginning and the end. He knew how the in-between would read and weaved hope into this scene. I said his scars mark his glory. beautifully broken. His scars are a part of his story, and you cannot separate yours from his. They are divinely connected, scripted to intersected, an intersection made of wood. So could it be you stand at a crossroad? And should you follow the way that the cross goes, at the end of the road you'll find the Christ and resurrected body prodding you to bury what's dead. I said, let go of what's over. If you want to resurrect, you got to bury what's dead. And if while face to face you want to go head to head, compare battle scars, go ahead. He wins, I promise. Like Thomas, you could put your hands in his, because he left them there to remind you that wherever you've been through, the marks you try to hide are the ones he wants to use. Because, hey, I said the marks you try to hide are the ones he wants to use, because someone as broken as you might need to touch them to believe. Someone as broken as you might need to touch them to believe. And if we are indeed his body, then some of us got to be the hand with the nail prints. And some of us got to be the side where the sword went. Or else, why on earth was the sun sent, if not for them whose scars mark their glory? Beautifully broken, he died, beholding their scars as a part of a story unfolding. And when it was finished is when it really all began.
Yeah.